There is a specific isolation when trusted individuals walk away. The support system you relied on fractures, leaving you to navigate the fallout alone. Those who left expect this collapse to be final. They operate on the assumption that the weight of this abandonment will end your progress permanently. The damage often spreads to your inner circle. Family members may start believing the false narratives, turning people who once respected you into strangers. Facing this level of coordinated rejection naturally leads to a period of internal struggle. You begin to question your own history and the value of your previous contributions. Looking at these circumstances, it is easy to conclude the story is over. But viewing this low point as a finality is a complete misreading of the actual situation. This diagram illustrates the two conflicting interpretations of the exact same event. On the left, the descending red line represents the adversary's perspective. They see the loss and the silence and conclude they have successfully buried you. However, the right side shows the expansion occurring below the surface. From this perspective, the event is a planting, a necessary immersion in the dark to facilitate growth. This period of being hidden serves a purpose. It allows enemies to underestimate your intelligence and strength, giving you room to develop without interference. Your survival through the initial shock of being dropped proves the environment is active. It is a space designed for internal restructuring. Being counted out provides the specific obscurity needed for a future elevation that your adversaries cannot predict or prevent. This process of preparation is often visible in your professional life through recurring patterns of rejection. You may find yourself passed over for a promotion even when you are the most qualified candidate and have demonstrated the highest level of skill. This rejection acts as a redirection. Had you received that specific promotion, your energy would have been fully consumed by a secular role that doesn't align with your broader capabilities. Instead, you are often kept in difficult or toxic environments. This forces you to sharpen your skills and maintain a level of resilience that a more comfortable position would never require. The irony is that you often end up training the very people who were promoted above you, demonstrating a mastery that exceeds your official title. In this context, difficult colleagues are functioning as tools. They are the friction necessary to polish your abilities for a role they cannot see. When these people fail to show gratitude, it confirms their lack of perspective. It doesn't mean your work was forgotten. It simply means they lack the capacity to acknowledge its value. Every unfair rejection was a calculated move to keep you from settling for a smaller path. These closed doors protected the specific work you were actually meant to do. We can view this through the law of acceleration. Here, opposition isn't a wall, but a catalyst. Notice how the scale and speed of pressure directly correlates to the outward momentum. The harder the push against you, the faster the eventual movement forward. This aligns with the promise of receiving double for your trouble. The compensation is weighted to exceed the level of difficulty you faced. Every attack from an adversary essentially funds your future. You are converting their hostility into a compounding asset for your own success. The final phase of this process is a public restoration. Your progress becomes visible to everyone, including those who expected you to stay down. History shows this pattern with the Israelites leaving Egypt. After years of affliction, they left with the resources and spoils of those who oppressed them. There is a practical side to this. Those who work to exclude you have been building systems and gathering resources. Eventually, they'll lose control of them. Their labor has unknowingly prepared the way for your ownership. Claiming these resources requires a step of faith. You have to move forward with the understanding that you have a contractual right to this restoration, backed by this authority. Your current task is to remain steady and hold your peace. The outcome is already determined, regardless of how the present moment looks. You are the champion holding the spoils of your own adversity. The trial wasn't a dead end. It was the specialized training required to handle the abundance you are now holding.